Hello everyone and welcome to Squid Game Season 3 Complete Breakdown. So what I'm doing is I'm watching each episode, but straight after I've watched one episode, I will come and do a review. But I'm just joining all of those reviews together to sort of do a full breakdown of each episode, because if I tried to do that all at once in one whole video, I would forget so many things. So, episode 1 literally starts off the second that season 2 ends. So, of course, it starts with Jihan just being brought back to the others. And he's still alive. The front man, the guy who actually runs it, is keeping him alive, because if you remember from season 2, he was actually in disguise as player 1, and they actually kind of got along with each other. He's still an evil fuck, but he's keeping him alive. They've chosen to play another game. So now the money's gone up, and the next game that they'll be playing is hide and seek. So, they each get a colour. They each get a colour each. Like, doesn't matter what team they're on, they either get a blue or red. And the red team are the hunters or the seekers, and the blue team are the hiders. So the blue team have keys, and they have to unlock doors to try and escape, but the doors can't be locked again once they unlock the doors and try and find a way out. The seekers have knives, and they have to go around and they have to kill people. They have to kill the other team. And it's sort of like, just a game of cat and mouse, really. And then the episode actually ends there, so then it starts episode 2. But other things that happened in this episode, there was a pretty big twist, actually, near the start of the episode. The team and the ship who are looking for the island to try and stop the games, the captain of that ship, of like the entire crew, is actually working for the front man. He is literally working for him. And the front man said to the captain, if they actually end up finding the island, that the captain has to kill everyone on the ship. And I was literally standing there like this. I was like, oh my god, like that's crazy. The pregnant girl's still alive, thank God, and she's just trying to survive this hide and seek game now. She has to try and hide, and hopefully she doesn't get killed by one of the other lunatics. Jihan is actually on the Seekers team. I don't think he's actually going to. I'm not really sure what he's going to do at this point, because he's really angry at this point, so I don't know what he's going to do. The only female guard is still trying to keep that other guy alive, because she's still searching for her missing daughter, and then he has a sick daughter. And she had like a little connection with him prior to the games, and she's doing a blood transfusion with him because she actually kept him alive. She pretended to kill him. She shot him in the chest, but he lost a lot of blood. So as the games begin, there are 3 different shapes and 3 different keys that people will have to undo these doors. So some of them don't have the right keys, so they have to take it off of their teammates if they're like playing together as a group. So there's a triangle, a square, and a circle. We learn why, because there's a hidden exit door somewhere. And if they find the exit door, they have to use all 3 keys in that one door to unlock it. So that is actually really hard. But this stupid religious woman who thinks that she can hear voices and talk to gods and shit like that, I hate her. She gets to the exit, but that's when she finds out she has to use all 3 keys to unlock the door. And then she goes back. She even takes a key off of a dead body, like off of a dead body of one of her teammates. She doesn't actually care. She's just a self-centered bitch. Jihan actually does end up killing someone. Although he kind of had to kill someone though, because you have to kill someone to qualify. And if you haven't killed anyone, then they just kill you. The trans girl actually ends up dying when she finds the exit and gets the 3 keys. She goes back to get the mum of the son. The girl who was pregnant, she's actually given birth now. Her water broke when she broke her ankle. The trans one goes back to get them, but she's literally stabbed in the back by one of the red team, and she actually dies. And then the mum and her go to escape, but guess who comes around the corner? Her son. And he hasn't killed anyone yet. So he goes to kill the one who just had the baby, but the mum kills him instead. She has a hidden weapon in her hand. She actually stabs him in the back, and then the guards come in and shoot him. So the son is now dead. The trans one's dead. One of the main characters from season 2 is also now dead. My God, literally everyone is just dying. It's insane. But this game has now finished, but many lives have been lost. 2 of the people actually stuck together, which is the one who killed Thanos and one of Thanos' minions. They're teaming up together and they're just like killing people. It's very annoying because both of them are so fucking annoying. So when they get back, the mum who just killed her own son talks to a couple people, and then they all go to sleep and wake up in the morning, and she's hung herself from the sheets on the bed off the top bunk. So she's dead now. She's dead as well. I swear everyone is literally just dropping dead. The blood transfusion was successfully made in that guy, and now this guard is now trying to sneak him out by keeping him in a guard outfit, and they're trying to get boat keys so they can go on a boat and actually leave the island. But the rest of the guards are onto them, so, they're a bit sus there. The next game is jump rope. So there's 2 dolls, one on this side, one on this side, a giant train track through the middle, and a huge, massive metal rope that keeps going like this and have to jump. And there's a little gap in the middle of the train track as well. So now Jihan has to take the girl's baby because she can't do it with her broken foot. So he actually successfully gets across, along with another guy as well. But now that they're across, this guy starts pushing people off. When they finish doing the jump rope, he's now pushing them off. So he's not going to let anyone pass. Jesus Christ. So back on the mainland, the people on the ship still went out to try and find the island, but one of them stayed back and got one of their friends to come with them. So they start investigating the captain's house. In the captain's backyard near his house, he actually, one of the crew members actually finds the guard costume, the pink costume and the mask, and a bunch of money. And he actually kills his feral dog as well, because the dog tries to kill him, so he kills the dog. Both him and his friend end up in prison. He actually steals back his phone. He calls his friend on the ship, and he goes, the captain is dangerous, stay away from him and try and get away. There's 2 ships, so both captains get out their guns and start killing all of the members on the boat. He's still on the phone while the captain starts killing the other people on the ship. So he actually gets a spear hook and actually shoots it through the captain. So now the captain is dead, and him and one other person on the ship are alive. And now they're trying to find the island by themselves. The VIPs have also now arrived. So the VIPs have officially made the baby a player. Jihan actually ends up stopping the guy from pushing the people off the train tracks, because they're like fighting each other, and Jihan pushes him off and he actually dies. So everyone gets across, but the girl with the broken ankle is still on the other side, and he goes to get her, but she says, "Don't worry about me, it's going to take too long, and if you don't make it, neither is my baby." So she literally steps on and actually dies. She gets flung off and she actually dies. So now he's stuck with the baby, but as I said, the VIPs have now made the baby a player, and they've officially made the baby the same number as the mum. So it's like that player is back in the game. They've just replaced her with her baby. The 2 people trying to leave the island, they actually go on the boat and they actually start moving, but the front man actually knows where the guard is taking this guy to see his sick kid. He knows where the sick kid is, so they have to turn the boat back. So she gets off the boat and actually tells him to take the boat and go as far away as you can and call the police. But there's a little tracking device on the boat, so they actually know where they're still going. So now there's only 9 players left. They actually get a luxury dinner, and they actually get like a bunch of stuff like rice and noodles and drinks and just bunch of stuff like that. But the front man actually says to one of the guards that he wants to see Jihan. So Jihan goes in to see him, And the frontman finally reveals his identity to Jihan, and Jihan realizes that he was player one. But the frontman gives him a knife and says this is for the next game because people are going to try and team up in the next game to kill you. So of course Jihan has the opportunity to kill the frontman, but the frontman says someone will just replace me and the games will still continue. So of course Jihan doesn't, and he just walks away. So when he walks away, it actually shows a flashback of the frontman. And the frontman was actually once a player in these games. And it actually showed that he was one of the final people in the games. And he actually was given a knife by his frontman. And he actually killed all of the rest of the remaining people with that knife. So now it's like his role to give the knife to Jihan so Jihan can do the same thing. Jihan didn't actually do it. And they move on to the next game. The next game are 3 towers. There's a triangle, a circle, and a square. And they have to push at least one person off of each tower. So a person has to fall off the triangle, the circle, and the square. And then the games will be over. There can be more than one pushed off the edge, but it has to be at least one person. Now, outside of the games, the female guard has now returned, and she breaks into the place again, goes through like an air duct thing, and she actually kills the second in charge after the front man. So she actually killed him, and now she's looking through the files at the other guy who's escaped in the boat. But the guards are now chasing him, so he's trying to go away, and they actually start shooting him when all of a sudden the ship comes out of nowhere and shoots the guards. So the boat, they have now found the island. So now, they're going to get him and they're going to go to the island and shut this fucker down. So now, it is just left with Jihan, the baby, and player 333. But still, one of them has to go for those games to be finished. Otherwise, they're all going to die. And, of course, player 333 does fall off. But they didn't press the button to start the next round. So it was for nothing. Now it's only Jihan and the baby. Jihan puts down the baby on the ground, jumps off. He's dead. Jihan completely dies, and it's just the baby there. Because the ship is coming to the island, the front man puts on a bomb to blow up the entire island. Great. The girl guard is going through her files, and it says that her baby, her missing baby, is dead. So she's about to kill herself, but then she sees Jihan die. So she's like, wait, there's a baby there. The front man takes the baby, and then it cuts to 6 months later after the whole island blows up. The whole island explodes, and then it's 6 months later. So she's still alive, she didn't kill herself, and she gets a call saying that they have possibly found her daughter in China somewhere. So now she's going to go look for her daughter. The front man brings Jihan's belongings to his daughter and his mother. Also, the front man's half-brother, who was on the boat, he actually receives the baby. The front man gives the baby to him and the money. And as the front man is driving through his car, this is the ending of it, he lowers down his window to see them playing a game in the hallway of an alleyway. It's them playing the game in the alleyway. But this is the American Squid Games. You know who the person is?
Let's go again.
As you wish.
Kate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett is the person there doing these games so they can recruit people for the American Squid Games. What the hell? Again, a fucking cliffhanger. So there's not just one Squid Games. They're all over the world, obviously, because she's there now, she's American, and she's recruiting people to the American Squid Games. What the fuck? And she looks at him like she knows him. It's like they're all part of this bigger group throughout the entire world. Obviously, each country or something has their own Squid Game. What a fantastic TV show, and I don't feel like it's finished yet. I know they're saying, oh, there's no more season 4. Yeah, of that Squid Game. Who knows what will happen next? Squid Game American, Squid Game Australian. Actually, I don't really want to see Squid Game Australian because it's bad enough that the VIPs couldn't act, and I don't want to see what the Australians would do if there was an Australian Squid Game. No thank you. 8.5, 8.5 out of 10 for the entire series. This is my longest spoiler review I have ever done. I've never done a video talking about one thing for this long before. It's insane. I literally haven't stopped filming and watching stuff all day. Like, I literally cranked this entire thing out in a whole day. I started in the afternoon and I finished at 11 o'clock at night. I just haven't stopped recording and watching stuff. Bloody hell. But yeah, what an experience. What a great show. I can't wait to see if there will be a Squid Game American version. That would be awesome. Let me know what you guys thought of the final. I am very pissed that Jihan died, but oh well. I don't know. A great show. It was not really a good wrap up, honestly. I don't know though. Who knows what we might get in the future. Have a good rest of your day or night, and I will see you in the next video.